YouTube, we are on the downslide. This is the last of the probably 2 days, and my student will be upgrading. Ubiest of the toobiest. That's you. And I'm 50 plus. And yes, today is Saturday. And we'll be working our last load together on tomorrow. Well, actually, we're under a load right now. We'll finish that load first part of the day in the morning. And then we'll start our final load together, and we'll wind up in Salt Lake on midday Tuesday. So, what do you think about it? You ready?
Hey. Yeah, I'm ready. You sleeping all peaceful back there with this team stuff, so if that happens, that means that I'm ready.
There you go. There you go. I mean, it's I don't have any doubt that you're gonna get it there. It's just sometimes a bumpy ride, and
it sure
is. It's really rough to get some real sleep in the bunk while, but we had a lot of time on this load, and we could have pissed around and drag ass. But that's not how I run. I run hard. I run it, till ain't nothing to happen.
600 miles a day or more.
Yeah, that's right. 600 miles a day each. That's not 300. You run 600, I run 600. And so what ended up happening, though, we got here almost a day, well, more than a day early.
Right.
And so now you can, go ahead and get that sleep. You don't get it taking hour-long breaks throughout the day. It's just not how it works. Just go ahead on and run and get the job done. And once the job is done, you parked. And we've been parked for consecutive, at least 7.5 hours right now.
Yes.
And we don't have to leave for another 13 hours. Well, at 13 hours we have to be at the shipper, and it's only 15 miles away, so we still got an easy 10 hours consecutive in the bunk without rocking and rolling. So that's your reward from actually running. That's all that damn stopping and only running 4, 5, 6 hours a day. Man, please. And how we do it, So I know you're gonna make it through the upgrade process. But once we get done with the upgrade process, we'll maybe do another one, depending on how much time that I have. Maybe do another video on how your upgrade process went.
Okay.
Things may have changed since I did it. I don't know. And it'd be nice to have a solid answer.
Right.
So, but it depends. Once we get there, I'll have to get under a load, and more likely than not, I'll take a Costco from Salt Lake to Denver, and then go from Denver down to Texas, so I can do 4th of July at the house. And you can also have them, after you upgrade, and they'll get you into a truck, and then have them find your load that'll take you to Atlanta.
Yep.
And they down for it, because you would have actually been out on the road it actually fell out on the actual day. What day I picked you up on?
1st.
And you're gonna finish
30th.
That's 30 consecutive days. And
30 days.
the next to it may be faster than that, because there was a few days that I stopped to do a few things, and that slowed us up a day or two. Because we did 34,
Right. A couple of
34s, yeah. You know, there's ways to run it, and through that first 50 hours, and then you can go a little bit faster than the 30 days, but it worked out well.
Right.
You know, because there's a lot of people they go a lot longer than 30 days with their mentor, and some of it is that the mentor has a dedicated route. Some of them have regional routes where they only work Monday through Friday, and then they're home on the weekends. So, but that's like 8 days. You know, 3 or 4 weeks.
A lot out of your training.
Yeah. Yes, it's 4 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, with 2 days off for them weeks, that's 8 days. That's almost an additional week that they would have to drive in order to make it work. And actually, it's more than that, because if they drove 10 hours or so a day, you know, those days that they're not running on Saturday, Sundays, well, that's 10 more. Just end up being 20 hours a week. So when you do the math, in 4 weeks, it's 80 hours that they are lacking, because you see, so at 80 hours is longer than you can get in a week, because you can't drive 80 hours in a week, because you only have a 70-hour clock.
Right.
See, so there's a lot of people who get with mentors, and it takes them a little longer than that. And there may be some mentors that have, that work around that. I would like to know how they do it. That way they can pass some information on to prospective students who considering mentors that have dedicated or regional routes. You know, yeah. So other than that, what do you got? I know I run my mouth all the time. They get sick of hearing me. They might want to hear a different voice. What is your advice to somebody who's about to leave school and get on a mentor's truck?
Pack light. That's a big thing. Basically, all that I brought with me was a duffel bag, which is what they tell you to bring anyway, but they tell you to bring 8 or 9, 10 pairs of clothes. And 50 and I had a conversation just shortly before I got on this truck. You don't need all that stuff. Just 3 or 4 pairs of clothing is what you need. A bag just to go to the showers. You gotta really slim down. If you brought a whole lot of stuff, sorry to tell you, you're not gonna need all that stuff, because chances are you're gonna be on the top bunk. It's very small, and space is very limited. Underneath the bottom bunk is where I was storing my stuff. And I guess a couple days ago we had an issue where my bag was interfering with the Qualcomm signal that we were getting, so we had to take the bag out, and now it's up in the bunk with me, which is okay. Right. So you gotta make it work. Yeah. But that's my advice. I went through school with a lot of people who brought, those big vacation bags that you got with the wheels on it and all that. No. It's not gonna work. Huge. 2 and 3 of them, they coming like they're going to Cancun or something. That's not gonna work. Just remember why you're on the truck. While you're here, you're moving into someone's personal space, so that's very important. Once I become a mentor, I've learned the same thing as well, to prepare my students too on that. But packing light is important, because really all you're doing is you're driving and you're learning what your mentor is teaching you. So all that, even with females as well, the same thing. You gotta try to slim that down a little bit, leave some of the stuff at the terminal, because you're going back there anyway. You pack it up, I'm gonna lock it up and do something with it, but you can't come on the truck. So
yeah, females have got these super long fingernails that you would have spent all that money at the nail salon and got them long fingernails way over hand and stuff. Yeah. Or long hair extensions and stuff like that. If you're a female and you're doing those things that have a lot of maintenance to them, that's gonna be bad news for you. It's just gonna be bad news for you.
Not saying that you can't do all that stuff once you upgrade later on, and that's you want to do that, that's fine. Yeah. But while you're with a mentor, I've had to adjust many times to the pace that we're moving in. Quite frankly, I, and I still do, because 50 has his own pace and his own way of doing things, and I just felt it was quick, real fast. This is what we got to do all the time. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. This is, man. But I caught on to it. I think I did a little bit, moving a little faster.
Right.
And we're getting things done. Never had a late load. We're moving, getting stuff done, getting here to be able to relax a little bit, be able to cook, be able to sit down and just eat, knock out the food, get that 10 in, and get back on the road. There's really no time to fix the hair and get in the bathroom, because there's times that you got to get up at 3 in the morning, 3:30, and we got to be out here pre-trip the truck and get on the road, crack of dawn, trying to get out of a major city and dodge the traffic. So that's important as well. And there will be times that you can do that, but when you're with a mentor, at least when you're with a good mentor, that's really trying to show you how to make some money, which is what you're here for, right?
That's it.
So you got to kind of cut all that out, or minimize it at least, and humble yourself. That's a big thing I have too as well. That I'm working with as well. You're gonna think you can get in to the truck and you feel like you can, maybe you know it all, or maybe you feel like you don't know it all at the same time. That's a good way to be humble. You might not be able to do 600 miles right off the bat, but if you get 50, it'll walk you into it, and work you into it. Eventually, you'll be able to do it.
Yeah.
That'd be like nothing.
Yeah. You're gonna do 500.
At least.
You're gonna do 5. Now,
at least,
we may have to break that 5 up so that you can actually get it done. But you're gonna get 5 a day. Because I'm going to run 500 a day in my shift. You're going to run that.
It's not that bad. I speak to my mom, my sister, and family at home, and I tell them where I am. And they're so surprised. They're like, what? Like, one day I'm at the border of Mexico.
Yeah.
The next day I'm in freaking San Francisco. It's like, how did you get there so fast? Did you fly? No, I didn't fly. We working it. I do 600. He do 600. He do another 600. That's 1,800 miles.
Yeah.
All together. Well, you over there. You're in San Francisco. Now I'm in Ohio. Now, how did you get there so fast? So.
It takes a good mentor to teach you how to get there, and in that type of speed.
Right.
Okay. It takes nobody to teach you how to not do it. Right? Exactly. It takes nobody to teach you how to be slow and sluggish and don't move.
Right.
That takes nobody. Okay. Right. So the point that I'm making is, there's reasons why I run the way I run, and it's not to be, an ass. It's because it needs to happen that way. It's got to happen that way, because you don't know what the next step is going to be. You don't know what's down the road. You said, oh gosh, I want to stay in the bunk for another hour. I got 3 extra hours on this run, so I can stay in the bunk for 1 more hour. I get this crushed out my eyes later. And so you do that, and when you get rolling, there's a wreck on the highway. Now you're late. You're not going to be able to explain that late off. You say, it was a wreck out there. Well, that wreck was a 30-minute delay. So how did you not make it on time? When your 10 was up and you had 4 hours to get there, you only needed 2. Well, you figure, well, I only need 2, so I'm gonna stay in the bunk. I don't stay in the bunk. I would rather run that load and get there and get right at the shipper's door and shut it back down again. I would rather do that than to stay in a sleeper and chance being late.
It's an adjustment.
It is.
It really is. Because this lifestyle is not for everybody, as I've always said in previous videos as well. And I'm learning that too as well.
Yeah.
It's an adjustment. It's something that you have to make, and you will get used to it. Anything you do for a certain amount of time consistently will become a habit. So it may be difficult in the very beginning to get used to it, but eventually you'll get used to it. We build in a whole all sorts of time in our run as we do pre-plan. we build in time, 1 and 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours, on the front end and on the back end.
Right.
And that's how we're able to do, the amount of loads that we do. And we've never been without a load. We've never sat without a load. Matter of fact, I talk to all my classmates almost every day to see how they're doing. And they're doing really well, no knock, but they're sitting a lot. They're looking for loads. They're trying to figure out what's their next move. And I kid you not, we have not stopped moving since June 1st.
That's right.
We have not stopped moving. We've had loads on top of
right.
loads. We've been stacked through the weekends. I mean, it's just, and it may be a difference between the drive-in and the refrigerated division. I've got to look into that and see that as well. But that might be the difference in it. But I don't believe that that's too much of a, of a caveat there. But,
this ain't the first time y'all heard me, and I'm glad that somebody else is telling you the same thing. So you know that I'm not just making things up. I'm not without a load. And I got a message on the Qualcomm the other day. What that message say on that?
So congratulations, you've been 100% on time. For I believe whichever month it was, the month of May.
I get it every month, and I've gotten it every month since I started.
On time,
Every month. I've never been late to a load, ever. I never decline a load, period. I don't do that.
Right.
Okay? And
this man can go into any terminal. I kid you not. I'm like, hold up, man. We in Alaska, man. How you know the folk inside there? Oh, I don't. I'll be right back. I'll get us a load. I'll be right back. I'm sitting in the truck. Bing, bing, bing. Come through on the quad car. Hey, come on, we gone. Let's go pretty quick. Where we going? Africa, man. We got a load. So I'm telling you, man, this man knows no stranger and definitely walks in and got that charisma and attitude as well. But the same thing, it's truck number.
Is it?
Hey, pull up that truck number. What is it? Let's go. Oh wow, we got 100% on time person. Somebody who's doing it. So
he was standing right next to me at the dispatch window. What's your truck number? I gave my truck number. And I go, oh, truck number. Yeah, okay. Blah, blah, I'm done. And I'm gonna tell you why that is, because if you think that Swift doesn't know who you are, what your habits are, what your driving habits are, and if they can or cannot depend on you to get things done, then you sadly mistaken. That's their business to know that stuff.
Right.
Then they know that from the very first truck that I received, I've never let them down, ever. And they take care of me. And all you got to do is the same thing. All you got to do, I'm not making anything up. I'm not lying, and I'm not. Oh, you 50. That's why come that happened to you. No, I've always been, where I'm at right now. But I've always had a good work ethic. And so I work, man. I run hard if that's what I'm here for. If I'm out here, if I'm away from my family, why come I'm sitting in a bunk? If I'm away from my family, I'm gonna run. And you had that attitude, and don't turn down loads. Okay? The one you get may not be the one you want, but knock it out, man. And the next 2 or 3 you just may be very happy with. You might not know why they're even sending you that load. You might be someplace they send you a run and they come to the Qualcomm and it's 130 miles, and you twist it because you sat for 12 hours, and then you gotta give you 120 miles. You mad, so you decline a load or you ignore it or whatever you do. Somebody else get it going, so they sit another day.
That's ridiculous. Too. I mean, the other day we had something where we were going from one side of the country to the other, and they actually cut the trip in half. Said, "Nah, we need some help. Can you drop this at a yard T-caller for us and pick up another load and take it locally somewhere?" Mm-hmm. And 50, okay, all right. Yeah. And they ended up giving us something else, stacking us with something else that went even further.
That's it.
So to help them out, you never know, why they're asking you to do certain things for them.
That was like a 1,900 mile run. Right. And we was like halfway.
And I was hold up. We need you to stop.
Okay, whatever you want. And then we got done, and they took damn good care of them.
Yeah,
So
they sure did.
you
Everything
just
was good.
they need this when you come out to work here. You have to understand this is not a you game. Okay, this is a team game. We all need each other. The planners need the dispatch, and the dispatch need the driver managers, and the driver managers need the drivers, and it's just everybody is reliant on the next person to do their job. Your job is to drive the truck. Drive it, okay? It's just not your job to dispatch. So quit turning down loads. Oh no, you keep doing it. I want you to keep turning down loads. That's what I want you to do.
So you can come to us, right?
Yes, yes. So I can continue to shine.
Load, right?
Yeah, I take it. I take it. We'll compare checks at the end of the week. You know, so I'm glad that that you're able to. I just watched this guy run over the scale. We're at the yard here. I guess he's gonna back up on it. He ran over it, and it's on the yards we have axle scales. That means it's gonna just weigh one axle at a time, and he just rolled over the steers and drives, and then look how he's not all the way on it.
Yeah,
there he goes. There he goes.
He rolled over.
Yeah. I hope he ain't dizzy. Anyways, anything else you want to let them know before we both starting to shine a little bit? Oh, I did want to mention one thing about how you pack for your mentor's truck. Communicate with the mentor. Okay.
It is kind of funny because normally, I'm sorry, you guys can't see, but normally you would ride on directly on, put your steers on first.
Look what he's doing.
And then put your drives on, and then your tandems. But he actually rolled over it like 50 said. And I'm actually watching. It's funny. And he's backing up the other way. It's just weird.
Man,
but he got a nice Hawaiian shirt on, so nice.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. He may have been drinking some Bacardi rum.
Yeah, right. That was just funny, man. He just went on it the wrong way.
You can. We at the yard, okay? But you can just be parked anywhere and watch our people, man. Watch our truck drivers. Whoa! What? Oh man, look. Yeah, you do. So, right quick, then I'll let you guys go. We're already close to 30 minutes, but communicate with your mentor. Okay, a couple of things that you want to ask is how often do they stop at truck stops, spend the night at truck stops, and how often do they get to the terminals? I'm at terminals as often as I can get. However, my mentor rarely went to terminals, and the difference is you can pack light if the person is going to terminals quite often. You can pack very light because you can wash for free at the terminals. You can shower for free at the terminals, and if you don't have points, which you won't, because how could you have points? That means you'll spend how much would shower? $13? $12.
Yeah.
So if you take a shower every other day, you can take 4 showers a week.
I tell you what, I took my first love shower 3 days ago, and I'm done training tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that just shows you we've been at terminals. We haven't been in Salt Lake in a while, but we've been at terminals all around the country.
Yeah.
Everywhere we go, there's one within 200 miles or so of where we were, and we made sure we got there. And I appreciate that. I really do feel
right. Yeah. For students, and I hope that there may be some other mentors that are watching what I'm saying right now. If you take in consideration your student who went through 3 weeks of class with no pay, and then starting your truck, they're not making the money that you're making, and they have to send money home or do whatever, they're going to be tight. Their finances is tight, okay? And they don't have reward points. So if you stopped at a terminal for your students twice a week, that would greatly help them, and they're not having to spend money paying for showers, spend money paying for laundry, and also you will award them to be able to pack lighter. You know, I already told my next student, look, this is how you roll, man. Don't come on my truck with 3 bags. You're not gonna do that. You got a duffel, and then you're gonna get a backpack to take into the shower with you. That's it. And you're only gonna need maybe 3, 4 changes of clothes at the most, and then lots of drawers. But and that happens because you can put on the same jeans or whatever, but you might want to change drawers every day.
Right.
Okay. Wash it. Yeah. But because you may not have been in a terminal today, but you're gonna get to terminals enough to where you can wash, even if it's a small load. Wash what you got so stuff can stay clean. Plus, it makes it smell better in the truck. I don't like stank, and I don't like mess. I don't like mess. I like my shit clean. And in this, when you got a couple people in here, you have to really be clean. And I'm constantly mopping the floor.
You got a Swifty, man.
Hey,
Way
man.
to go. Hey, you got the Swifty, man. You
Hey.
been here earlier. You had it going.
Yeah, hey, man.
Bag
You gotta be clean,
Yeah,
man.
man.
If I can't walk on my floor,
all that.
wipe it down. Wipe it down. You got to be clean in these tights, in this tight cabin, and if not, it's just going to be a bad situation. But some people live like that. I don't live like that. I can't live dirty. You look at my dashboard. The only thing on my dashboard is stuff that I had on right now: my glasses, my sunglasses, belt, and my headset. Other than that, my dashboard is clean. I don't put cups and papers and all that craziness. And a camera, that's it. So, bottom line though is talk to your mentor, find out what their habits are, and then pack accordingly, and ask them about food and how that works. And if very few people cook on their truck, but how often do they go to a reasonable place to eat outside of a truck stop? You need to know these things so you know how much money to bring. And if they go on the truck stops to eat out of truck stops, I feel bad for you. I truly do. I don't know how you can make it work, but other than just forcing yourself to only eat once or twice a day, because man, you go into a truck stop and get something to eat. Iron Skillet or something like that, a Country Pride, whatever, there was a restaurant that has decent food, and they got a waiter and now a waitress, and you're gonna spend $15. You spend $15 for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's $45 a day, man. And a day, and you got 7 days to do that. So so mentors, I hope you guys are a little bit more considerate to your students. I know they're not rolling like you and I. They don't have that salary yet, so we got to be careful. As a student coming up, ask those questions. Be ready. Ask them if they can stop at the grocery store so you can go in there and get some bologna and sandwich meat and cereal and stuff. You don't have to go eat it. You're not duty bound to go eat it in these truck stops. Most time, we put up truck stops. A lot of times, I don't even get out.
But the pump fuel.
That's it. Pump fuel. I might go to use restroom, but I can pull into a truck stop, park all night long, leave, and never go in there. There's nothing in that truck stop I wanted to spend my money on. I got enough food and grocery in here. I don't drinks and everything. I don't go in there and overpay for anything, because as a student, you're not gonna have the money to do that. You might. So yeah, you might. So I can't say what you can't do, what you can't do. I'm just talking. I'm talking average. Okay. The average. Coming like this here, they chewing their fingernails, hungry. That's why they there. They ready to go to work. And so mentally, you gotta be considerate of that shit. Okay. So, We done? Good, long ass video.
Yes, sir.
Deliver, undistracted. Hey everybody, 50 Plus here. What do I do when my recruiter won't return my calls? They're lying to me. They don't have answers to the questions I'm asking. Problem is, once I get those questions, it's already too late. Industry standard. Once a recruiter has got you, they got you. You belong to them. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you my recruiter's information. Her name is Autumn, and if you're thinking about joining Swift, that's who I want you to contact. You give her a call. She's going to send you through the process. Eventually, you're going to wind up on a mentor's truck. When you get in that truck, you're going to be in that truck for $200. For $200, I want your phone in the bunk. If you're willing to do that, I'm going to send you a Blue Pirate headset. You need to let Autumn know 50 Plus sent you.